Hello and welcome aboard, friends. Whether you're a first-time cruiser nervously planning your dream getaway, or a seasoned traveler who already knows the thrill of hearing the ship's horn as it leaves port, you're in the right place. People who love cruising share so much in common. We crave adventure, but also comfort. We love waking up to new horizons, but we also enjoy those little onboard luxuries, from late-night pizza runs to sunrise coffee on the balcony. But here's the thing. Nothing kills that excitement faster than realizing you packed the wrong stuff. Imagine being stopped at security or wasting suitcase space on things you'll never use. That's where I come in. After years of sailing across oceans and watching travelers make the same mistakes again and again, I've gathered the ultimate list of 15 things you should never pack for a cruise anymore. Some may surprise you, others will make you laugh, but all of them will save you time, stress, and money. So grab your boarding pass, settle in, and let's set sail together. And before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to Travel Vibes, your weekly ticket to smarter, smoother, and more joyful cruising. Number 1. Irons, steamers, and anything with exposed heat. Let's start with one of the biggest surprises for new cruisers. If you're still tempted to slip a clothing steamer or travel iron into your suitcase, think again. Cruise lines are extremely strict about fire hazards, and these gadgets are at the very top of the banned list. Out at sea, a single spark can turn into a captain's worst nightmare, which is why international maritime law backs this rule. Now, if you're someone who loves to look sharp on vacation, I get it. Wrinkles can be frustrating. But here's the good news. A small bottle of wrinkle release spray or simply hanging your outfit in the bathroom during a hot shower works wonders. It's quick, safe, and it means you'll never have to face that awkward moment in the so-called naughty room, where confiscated items are stored. And remember, part of the joy of cruising is the freedom from worry. Travelers who love the sea know how to adapt, improvise, and focus on experiences instead of stressing over a crease or two. After all, isn't the sparkle of a sunset over the ocean a better accessory than a perfectly pressed shirt? Number 2. Coffee makers, kettles, and cooking appliances. Now let's talk about another common mistake. Many travelers feel tempted to bring along a coffee maker, a small kettle, or even a rice cooker, just in case. But the truth is, every one of these gadgets is a risk at sea. They draw too much power, they can overheat quickly, and in a compact cabin that becomes a real safety concern. Cruise lines know this, which is why these items often get stopped before they ever reach your room. But here's the thing, you won't even miss them. Cruise lovers know that hot coffee is available almost 24 hours a day, tea stations are spread throughout the ship, and room service can bring a steaming cup right to your door while you're still in pajamas. In fact, some of the most luxurious lines pride themselves on serving better coffee than you'd brew at home. And just imagine, instead of worrying about a kettle in your suitcase, you get to wake up, step out onto the balcony, and sip your drink while the ocean greets you. That's the rhythm of cruising, letting go of chores and embracing a little indulgence. Isn't that exactly why we sail? Number 3. Extra beach towels. At first glance, packing your own beach towel might sound practical, but on a cruise, it's one of the biggest wastes of space. Every major cruise line already provides thick, oversized towels by the pool, at the beach, and even for excursions ashore. And the best part? They'll wash and replace them for you daily. That means no dragging damp, sandy, or seaweed-scented towels back to your cabin. Cruise travelers value freedom, convenience, and that feeling of being cared for. This is one of those small but meaningful perks you should let the cruise handle for you. Think of it as part of the luxury you paid for, just like the endless meals or nightly entertainment. Instead of stuffing towels into your suitcase, save that room for something you'll actually enjoy, like a light sundress, an extra pair of sandals, or even a small souvenir from the port. When you let go of packing what you don't need, you step into the rhythm of cruising more fully. It's about simplifying, relaxing, and embracing the idea that once you're on board, everything you need is already waiting. Isn't that what makes life at sea so refreshing? Number 4. Full-size toiletries. Another item that seems harmless but quickly becomes a hassle is packing full-size toiletries. Those giant bottles of shampoo, conditioner, or body wash not only eat up valuable luggage space, they also add weight you'll regret when hauling your suitcase through the port. And if you're flying to your embarkation city, Airlines already frown upon oversized liquids. The truth is, cruise cabins are already stocked with basic toiletries, and for most travelers, they're more than enough. Unless you're very particular about your favorite brand or prescription skincare, you'll be perfectly fine with what the ship provides. Many experienced cruisers prefer using travel-size containers or refillable bottles instead, which keep things light and easy to manage. Remember, people who love cruising tend to value freedom, simplicity, and comfort. By downsizing your toiletries, you free up space for items that enhance your trip, like a portable charger, a sun hat, or even a little room for souvenirs. As Marie Kondo once said, life truly begins after you put your house in order, and in this case, that house is your suitcase. Doesn't a lighter bag sound like the perfect start to a carefree voyage? Number 5. Hard alcohol and sneaky flasks. Now let's move to a classic mistake that too many travelers still try. Smuggling in hard alcohol with clever tricks. Vodka in a water bottle, rum in a mouthwash container, or even wine pouches disguised as juice packs might sound inventive, but cruise security has seen every trick in the book. At best, your stash is confiscated before you even step on board. At worst, you're left embarrassed in front of a long line of fellow passengers. Most cruise lines are generous enough to allow a bottle of wine or champagne, but spirits are a different story. Instead of playing cat and mouse with security, think about the smarter move. If you're a frequent sipper, a beverage package often saves both money and hassle. And if you only enjoy the occasional drink, budgeting for a few cocktails on board keeps your trip lighthearted and stress-free. Remember, cruise lovers care about relaxation, freedom, and shared experiences, not sneaking bottles through scanners. As Benjamin Franklin once said, "When the well is dry, we know the worth of water." On a ship, you'll know the worth of enjoying your drink openly, without worry. Isn't that a better toast to your vacation? Number 6. Candles, incense, and anything with an open flame. We all love a cozy atmosphere, and it's easy to imagine lighting a candle or a stick of incense in your cabin to create that spa-like vibe. But at sea, this is one of the strictest rules in existence. International maritime law completely bans open flames, and for good reason. Fire on a ship is considered the single greatest danger, so even an unlit candle can be confiscated before you unpack. But here's the brighter side. Travelers who love cruising know how to adapt with creativity. A small battery-powered tea light, a flameless diffuser, or even a lightly scented travel spray can bring that same relaxing mood without putting the ship at risk. In fact, some of the most elegant hotels around the world use these alternatives, proving you don't need fire to feel at home. Cruising is about finding comfort, safety, and joy in simple things. By skipping the candle, you're protecting not only your own trip but also the peace of mind of every passenger on board. Isn't that a better glow than any flame could offer? Number 7. Camo clothing. Here's one that surprises many first-time cruisers. Wearing camo clothing might feel trendy or practical, but in several Caribbean destinations, including Barbados, Jamaica, and Trinidad, it's actually illegal for civilians. Camouflage is reserved strictly for police and military, and tourists who wear it risk fines, confiscation, or even uncomfortable questioning by local authorities. Cruise travelers often value respect, cultural awareness, and blending in while exploring new ports. That's part of the joy of discovering the world responsibly. Instead of packing army prints, opt for light, breathable fabrics in bright colors or nautical patterns that reflect the carefree spirit of life at sea. It keeps you stylish, comfortable, and far from any unnecessary trouble. As travel expert Rick Steves often says, when we travel thoughtfully, we experience the world more deeply. Leaving the camo at home is one small but powerful way to ensure your cruise is about adventure and connection, not awkward run-ins with customs. Number 8. Drones. At first, the idea of packing a drone sounds exciting. Imagine soaring shots of your ship gliding across turquoise waters or breathtaking views of a port city from above. But the reality is far less glamorous. Most cruise lines either ban drones completely or store them with security until the end of your trip. And even if you're allowed to carry one, you will never be permitted to fly it from the ship, not even while docked. Cruise lovers often dream of capturing memories in creative ways, but they also value peace of mind and hassle-free travel. In many ports, flying a drone without a proper license can lead to heavy fines or legal trouble. Instead of losing time dealing with paperwork, why not focus on living in the moment and using your phone or camera to snap those once-in-a-lifetime shots? As National Geographic often reminds us, the best travel photography comes not just from equipment, but from patience and perspective. And on a cruise, your eyes and heart are the true lenses. Isn't that a better way to frame your journey? Number 9. Surge-protected power strips and long extension cords. Another item many cruisers mistakenly bring is a surge-protected power strip or a long extension cord. It seems practical, especially for those of us who travel with phones, tablets, cameras, and e-readers. But cruise ships operate on a delicate and highly regulated electrical system, and surge protectors can interfere with it. Security knows this, which is why these items rarely make it past the scanner. Long cords, on the other hand, are considered tripping hazards in compact cabins. Cruise travelers love convenience, technology, and staying connected, but they also value safety and peace of mind. The smarter alternative is a small, cube-shaped multi-port charger without surge protection. Many even come with USB outlets, making it easy to charge multiple devices at once. Tech experts like CNET often recommend these compact cubes as essential for modern travel. So instead of carrying bulky cords, pack light, stay powered up, and enjoy your cruise without the worry of losing gear at security. Isn't that a more electrifying start to your journey? Number 10. Perishable food and fresh produce. It might feel thoughtful to tuck a leftover slice of pizza or a bag of fresh apples into your bag, especially if you're traveling with kids. But cruise lines take customs and sanitation laws very seriously, and bringing any non-factory sealed food on board is strictly forbidden. At best, security will toss it out. At worst, if you attempt to carry fresh fruit, meat, or vegetables off the ship at a foreign port, you could face fines in the hundreds of dollars. Cruise lovers know one of the joys of sailing is the endless dining. Buffets run nearly 20 hours a day, snacks are available around the clock, and room service is often just a phone call away. There's truly no reason to worry about going hungry. Even the USDA reminds travelers that moving agricultural products across borders can spread pests and diseases. By leaving perishable food behind, you're not just protecting yourself from penalties, you're also helping protect the delicate ecosystems of the places you visit. Isn't that a more satisfying souvenir than any snack could be? Number 11. Expensive jewelry and irreplaceable valuables. It's tempting to bring your finest jewelry to dazzle on formal night, but think twice before slipping those heirloom pearls or diamond studs into your bag. At sea, there are unpredictable waves, bustling excursions, and unfortunately, opportunistic pickpockets in some ports. One careless moment, and a treasured piece could be gone forever. Cruise travelers love elegance, but they also value ease, security, and peace of mind. The smarter choice is to pack stylish yet affordable pieces that won't cause heartbreak if lost. Many experienced cruisers opt for versatile accessories that dress up any outfit without carrying the weight of irreplaceable memories. Even travel experts like Lonely Planet remind us that the best souvenirs are experiences, not things. By leaving your valuables safely at home, you can sip champagne under the stars, dance at the captain's gala, and explore new cultures without a single worry. Isn't that sparkle of freedom brighter than any jewel? Number 12. Large scissors, knives, or sporting equipment. Another item that often surprises travelers is how strict ships are about blades and sporting gear. Even something as innocent as a Swiss Army knife can raise red flags at security. Anything with a blade longer than 4 inches is automatically treated as a weapon. And yes, there have been cases where sewing kits were confiscated simply because of oversized scissors. Larger items like baseball bats, martial arts sticks, or even fishing spears are never allowed. Cruise enthusiasts tend to be practical, adventurous, and always ready for little fixes along the way, but safety at sea must come first. If you genuinely need a tool, guest services often provide temporary access to safe alternatives. The International Maritime Organization reminds us that safety regulations exist to protect everyone on board, not to inconvenience us. By respecting these rules, you're choosing peace of mind and keeping your focus on the real adventures waiting beyond the gangway. Isn't that the kind of freedom every cruiser truly seeks? Number 13. Toy weapons and water guns. It may sound playful to pack a Nerf blaster or a bright plastic water gun for beach day, but here's the reality. Anything that even looks like a weapon is not making it past cruise security. It doesn't matter if it's neon orange or clearly a toy. Security teams take no chances when it comes to safety. And honestly, no parent wants to explain to a disappointed 6-year-old why their favorite toy was just confiscated at the terminal. Cruise travelers love fun, laughter, and family moments, but they also understand that peace of mind for everyone on board comes first. Instead of toy weapons, pack sandcastle molds, inflatable beach balls, or snorkeling gear, things that spark joy without raising alarms. As Walt Disney once said, laughter is timeless, imagination has no age, and dreams are forever. By choosing safe and creative toys, you give your children memories filled with joy rather than frustration. Isn't that exactly what a family cruise is all about? Number 14. CBD, marijuana products, and gray area substances. This one catches many travelers off guard. Even if CBD oil or marijuana products are perfectly legal in your state, they are strictly banned on cruise ships. Remember, ships sail under international maritime law, and those laws lean toward the strictest possible interpretation. Being caught with these items can lead to denied boarding, hefty fines, or even being escorted off the ship mid-cruise, and no one wants their vacation to end that way. Cruise travelers value freedom, relaxation, and that feeling of leaving worries behind, which is exactly why it's smarter to avoid any risk in this gray area. Stick to trusted, over-the-counter medications for pain or sleep, and always pack prescriptions in their original bottles. Experts in maritime safety often remind us that the sea doesn't allow second chances when it comes to rules. By leaving these substances at home, you're protecting your trip, your health, and the smooth sailing of everyone on board. Isn't that a far better peace of mind than taking a gamble? Number 15. Hoverboards, e-scooters, and electric rideables. They may look fun and futuristic, but hoverboards, e-scooters, and other electric rideables are firmly banned on nearly every cruise ship. The reason is simple. The lithium batteries they rely on can pose a fire risk, and when you combine that with crowded decks and narrow hallways, it becomes a recipe for disaster. Even foldable scooters that seem harmless are often rejected at security before you ever set foot on board. Cruise enthusiasts love exploring every corner of a ship and strolling through new ports, but safety and comfort must come first. If mobility is a concern, cruise lines offer approved scooters and wheelchairs that are much safer and more reliable on board. Choosing those options means you can still enjoy the independence of moving freely without putting your vacation, or anyone else's, at risk. As Forbes once noted about travel tech, not every innovation belongs in every situation. On a cruise, leaving these gadgets behind is the smartest move you can make. After all, isn't smooth sailing better than a bumpy ride? So there you have it. 15 things you should not pack anymore for a cruise. Some of these are banned for safety, some for legal reasons, and others are just unnecessary weight that takes away from the joy of your trip. The heart of cruising has never been about dragging half your home across the ocean. It's about packing smart, traveling light, and opening yourself up to what really matters. Those golden sunsets stretching across the horizon, the laughter that comes so easily with new friends, and the thrill of stepping into ports that feel like another world. Think of your suitcase as more than luggage. Think of it as a passport to freedom. The less clutter you bring, the more space you create for souvenirs, new stories, and yes, even that second slice of cheesecake from the midnight buffet. If this helped you avoid a packing mistake, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to TravelVibes for weekly cruise wisdom designed to keep your voyages smooth and stress-free. And share with us in the comments. What's the strangest thing you've ever seen someone try to sneak onto a ship? Here's to smooth sailing, light bags, and memories that will last a lifetime.